What's up, y'all? Advance here. So, I've talked a lot about going abroad, specifically when Americans travel abroad. I've talked about the passport bros. I've talked about the girls trippers. Now, I'm going to talk about IRL streamers. If you don't know what that is, IRL is an acronym that stands for in real life. You know, there's streamers that will sit there with a microphone and a headset, and then there are streamers that take their phone and they travel around. And yeah, they just film themselves just doing random everyday stuff while they're out and about. Now, there has been a subsect of this genre that goes and travels abroad. While there are those that film themselves just experiencing foreign culture, there are those that will take their streams and film themselves fucking with people. Now, I know there's quite a few of them that do this, but the two that I'm going to talk about now, I'm only going to talk about two today because those are the ones that are currently being made an example of. And that's Johnny Somali, a East African American immigrant, and Vitaly, who is a Russian YouTube streamer. And I think he may have American citizenship. I'm not sure. I know he's buddies with Myron Gaines. So these two have been filming themselves running around acting a fool in various countries. In Vitaly's case, which is the most recent case, and that's where he's currently facing legal action. And I think they said he could spend maybe 20 to 25 years in jail because it's 5 years per case or per video, and he has 5 instances against him. But in any case, he decided to go act a fool in the Philippines and just start fucking with people. Johnny Somali's case, he's had issues in Israel, Tokyo. Well, I might be wrong, but definitely Tokyo, South Korea. Once again, this is something that he's being made an example of in South Korea because he got arrested and charged, and he's gotten arrested and charged several times. The thing that really got him jammed up was doing a very provocative striptease like dance around a woman's statue. And, you know, it was a statue that celebrated female liberation in South Korea. Now, I'm not talking about just burning bras as the symbol of subjugation. No, theirs was a little bit more meaningful, considering that these were people that escaped trafficking situations. Trafficking and unwanted advancement by males. And he's made such a mockery of this culture that South Korean people just got fed up with it, and they put a bounty on his head. Nothing that serious, nothing like that. They just said, look, if you see this dude, knock him out. Punch his lights out. We got you on your legal fees, and we're going to give you a little bit of bread on top of that. And this one dude read that on the Korean version of Reddit and said, bet. Johnny's got like 2 or 3 streams where he's where he's just out and about, doing his fuck shit, and then all of a sudden you just see a fist come out of left screen, and and you would think that something like this would deter somebody from saying, you know what, deter somebody from doing what they're doing, make them think twice and say like, you know what, maybe I need to stop. But he was like, nah, I don't care. He was like, y'all keep asking me, why do I keep doing this? For clout, for money. That, in his exact words. And that dude, I'm going to start calling that dude the Korean Liam Neeson, because he was like, listen, wherever you go, I will find you. I will find you, and this will happen again. And it's bad when he's saying this in front of the police as they're locking him up. Or no, I'm sorry. Let me take that back. There was a video where he got arrested, where that guy got arrested. But no, he was saying this in front of public officials because Johnny had to make a public apology for provocatively dancing on that statue. And I always say, when you go abroad, you have to be mindful of people's culture. Now, in Johnny Somali's case, he just didn't give a fuck. In Vitaly's case, he just didn't give a fuck. Like, he's running around like how privileged do you have to be to steal a cop's patrol bike? And like you thought that nothing was gonna happen? Like, you might get away with that in America, in a small town in America, if you're a starter on the varsity football team and y'all going to the championship. But your 100,000 to 1 million followers don't mean shit to them. I'm gonna say again, you cannot go abroad and act a fool. Let these two fools serve as an example for you. I know we might call those people docile, but no, they just trying to go about their regular ass life. And believe it or not, this is only a mild case, because it could have been so much worse. What happens if you get caught up with some gang or whatever? Some gang decided they had enough of your shit. You saw what happened with dude that got chased out of Rio because he went over there and said Brazilian women are easy. I was surprised to find out that the jail that they were keeping Vitaly in had air conditioning. I was like, oh, they actually got it good over there. But aside from that, if you haven't seen the show Locked Up Abroad, go ahead. Go on YouTube. I'm sure it's on YouTube. Check out one episode. It ain't nothing to be played with. And wearing a MAGA hat ain't gonna save y'all asses. They was talking about he was Johnny Somali was trying to get the attention of Trump. He walked in there with a MAGA hat. They said, take that shit off. Listen, Donald Trump ain't coming to save you. He got more than enough foreign trade problems with these tariffs that he's got to deal with. They locked up a dude in a Latinos for Trump shirt. You think he's gonna come over there and pluck you out of a haystack? But in any case, those are my thoughts on the situation. What are your thoughts on the situation? Did you see this anything that was going on with these two? I think Johnny Somali's case got postponed or delayed for like the 4th or 5th time. And I think Vitaly was arrested, I think either yesterday or a couple days ago. So I don't know. Just put your comments in the comment section down below. Let's chop it and start this conversation. My name's Advance. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe on everything. I'm out.